Hello everyone. My name is Kelly and my 16-year-old son is doing a competition in class to either create an invention or improve on an existing invention. We have opted to create an invention, and we have one that we really support and that we think is very useful. He has support from his teachers, but we need to gather more information. And in the comments of this video, there will be a link that you can go to and fill out for him. So the winner of this invention actually gets a patent and gets to invent their invention. So he's really excited, and they get to use the 3D printer to create a prototype. So he's really excited about that. So my third son, just before he turned 2, was diagnosed with an autoimmune condition, which meant that he needed to take immunosuppressants every day for several years, if not lifelong. So with his size, they didn't make a dose for him, and he wasn't big enough to swallow pills anyway, so the medicine gets compounded. They crush up the pill, they mix it in with stuff, and then you end up with this real thick, syrupy, like if you've ever had amoxicillin for your kid, it's a thick, heavy stuff that you got to keep in the refrigerator. Well, we noticed several problems, and we were able to come up with ways to combat most of them. The first problem being that it had to be well mixed. So we've got a bottle and we've got this stuff in it, and it's like syrup, and you got to get in there and mix it all up so that those crushed pieces mix in with the fluid. And then we would use syringes to suck it out of the bottle and give it to him. Well, when you're on a 7 or 10 day amoxicillin, no big deal. But when you have to do this every single day, after a few washes, it goes from this nice, easy to read to this worn out, coming off, and then before you know it, all of it is off, and then you can't use them anymore. You got to throw them away. So we looked everywhere for permanently engraved, and we can't find them. So step 1 is to have these permanently engraved. It would save a buttload of money for parents, and it would really work to help the environment eliminate a ridiculous amount of plastic. So we used to buy big bags of these on Amazon, and I got this little storage container that I would separate it all out in. The second issue was that after you get so far in the bottle, you can't just stick the plunger in there anymore. You know, you got to tip it back and really fill the plunger up. So they make these little plugs that kind of go in here, and then you can put the plunger into it, but then you can't mix it. And with this, you know, it really has to be mixed well. So we found the first solution, these little screw-on caps. That way you can just unscrew it and mix it up, screw it on, fill it up. That's still a huge pain in the butt every single day. So we started filling a week's worth of syringes at a time. And that not only helped with not having to do this every single day and cutting back on our time spent with that, but it also really helped where dad is giving him the medicine or our mom's giving him the medicine, and then we got to look back like, wait, did he already get it today? Did mom already give it to him? Well, with a week's worth at a time in there, we could just count it and know. So that was really helpful. But we were thinking that if there were a storage tray, like you get the pill boxes that you could put Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in, you know, and you've got your pills by day. If there was something like that for these, that would save so much time, because we would do a week's worth at a time and just put them in a cup like this in the fridge. And, you know, with this big round cup full of syringes, you can't really do more than a week's worth at a time without taking up a lot of room in your fridge. So we wanted to create, you know, something a little more this size that you could hold the syringes in and do, you know, 31 days in here. So you do the whole month at one time, and then you know exactly what day you're on, and you know if they were already given the medicine or not. And I know that, you know, for the most part, people are lucky and their children only need amoxicillin for 7 to 10 days. But I think the market of chronically ill children who have to have compounded medication is a lot bigger than people realize. So what we have is a form. It's going to be in the comments, and it just assesses whether or not there is an actual need for this product, how many people use daily syringes, how often, and stuff like that. They need to make sure there's actually a market, there's actually a need before they let this kid win and they invest their time into his invention and then nobody buys it. So if you could please take the time to fill out the form and let us know if this is a product that you see value in, we would greatly appreciate that. The other thing is for traveling, like when we went on vacation or an extended weekend, we would have to take that as well. So we were thinking maybe like a little miniature one too with a locking lid that could be used for travel, thrown in a cooler with ice to keep it cold, stuff like that. So he's got a lot of ideas, and he has access to the 3D printer, so he can make all the prototypes and get everything together. We just need this form filled out. So please take the time, fill out the form, and let us know if this is something that could save you time, energy, and sanity in your daily routine, and if this is something that you think is worthwhile. Thank you.